Hey guys, Kagarino here, and today's a big day as we're upgrading tractors and plows on the farm. Let's get over to the store. I'm gonna start with selling off the plows and the 2-truck Claas here, while Jimmy Sim brings down some other equipment we're getting rid of, which is the cultivator, the seeder, as well as the bale wrapper for our silage. With everything sold at nearly $500,000, we're going to start purchasing the new tractors. We're going to be going with the Fendt 900 and we're using hire purchase. We're going to pay 50% down over 4 years. The second tractor we're going with is the Claas Axion 960. We'll also be putting 50% down, but we're going to pay this over 2 years because the tractor is quite a bit cheaper. Then we can't forget the safety weights to go on the front, and we're going to color match those for each tractor. And finally, we got to purchase the two 6-meter Kverlin plows. We're going to be putting 50% down on these, and we're going to pay them over 1 year just to get them out of the way. We're going to be really testing out these tractors and plows on the first day. We're heading over to our new cow farm to plow up the grass area so we can seed in some proper grass so we can get some high yields. We'll do a couple headlands to start, and then we'll start going up and down the field. Now I can set my GPS and just start going up and down the field, making a nice plowed texture. It's super satisfying in my opinion. And in no time, we're on the final 2 passes of the field. We can fold this up into travel mode and take it up to the other farm to store it away. Now that we have some freshly plowed ground down there, we better put some lime on it. So let's get into the JCB. We have some lime bags already on the pallet fork, so we should be able to cover most of the field. So only a few passes left, but we're out of lime, but luckily Jimmy Sim bought a whole trailer load so we can fill up and definitely finish off this field. There we we go, guys. This field is completely lined up. We're going to switch over tractors. I'm going to take the trailer and store it in the bale shed up at the other farm with the 900 here. With that trailer secured in the shed here, I'm going to head down to the store because we're going to be buying a new disc harrow. We're going to be going with the Horse Joker 12 meter. We're going to put 10% down over 4 years. And now let's get her hooked up and over to that field we just limed so we can make a nice seed bed. I can't seem to stop a bad habit. I keep doing the headlands before the up and downs, which you don't want to do because you'll be compacting them and not making them nice for the seeder. We have so much to do this month, I'm gonna crack on quickly and get this field done. There we go, we're gonna give this over to Jimmy, who's going to disc up field 17 right here, while I take the lorry and flatbed up to the other farm. We're gonna need this trailer very soon to load up some wood products, but now I'm just gonna park it right here. I'm actually gonna hook up the logging trailer because we're gonna be taking down some trees next to the silage pit here on the farm. This is another job for the JCB, but I need to get the log grabbed with the straps. Let's get out and start chopping down some trees. I believe there's enough logs down now to at least fill up the first bunk of the trailer. Let's try to get these on and complete the perfect bunk. I'm really proud of how I did here. I'm gonna get my head down and fill up the trailer. We got a full load now and we can head off to the sawmill. The weather has turned and now it's raining quite a bit, so I don't think we'll be getting into the fields too quickly here. There's still quite a bit of capacity in this place, so let's go get another load while the weather is bad. We got a Fendt in the road. I better get out and move it out of the way. Looks like Jimmy's been super busy while I was away, and he got all the trees down and cut up and ready for me to load. The sun has decided to come back out, and hopefully the fields will be dried up in no time. There we go, another full trailer load of wood. I'm going to drop off this weight we put on from the New Holland because those logs were really heavy. I'm also going to go put down this log grab, and then the JCB can be parked up. We're gonna head back down to the store once again because it's time to buy some new cultivators. We're trying to play a little bit more realistic, so as the disc harrow is quite good, it's only really used for plowed ground, and these cultivators with the shanks are used to tear up the crop stubble after harvest. The first field we're gonna cultivate up is field 28, just past the train bridge here. And that didn't take too long at all. This field's taken care of, and we can head over to field 23 and 24, I believe, and cultivate that one. I have to say, this field is looking really big now that we removed that hedge, and it's way nicer to work in now that these are joined together. There we go, guys. This field's taken care of. We can fold up and head across to the farm. Jimmy Sim's up in field 35. We're going to be cultivating it up and reseeding it into, I believe, soybeans eventually for the fish food that we're going to be making. If you've been watching the series since the beginning, you know we've been making all of our hay and silage off this field. So that's why we're planting the new grass field down at the new farm. We're also going to be getting into maize silage, so we're going to be getting the forage harvester, and that's how we're going to get our silage for the feed. Jimmy wants to store these things away in a pretty tricky spot, and I don't want to deal with that, so he can park it. I'm going to hop in the Axion now and head down to the store, and we're going to buy our seeder finally. Well, seeds on my mind. We'll buy 3 pallets, and then we'll get into the seeders and purchase the Caverlin 12 meter, and we're putting 10% down over 4 years because we're running pretty low on funds. Let's get this filled up, and then we're going to head over to the cow farm. As I was saying, this is going to be our new grass field for hay. Now that I've made enough progress in the field, Jimmy can start rolling. We're pretty much done with this field, but I need to take a little break, so Jimmy's going to finish off the headlands. All the grass is in now, so I'll just roll it in while Jimmy's gone to seed the next field with oats. This field's now completed and ready to just grow and be ready for us to cut hay. I'm going to head over to the other farm, field 23, where Jimmy's sowing in oats, and we're going to start rolling. I don't want to leave any ruts in the field, so I'm rolling everywhere I drove. Rolling's kind of boring, so I cut that out pretty fast, and now we're done, and I can go park this away in the yard. Jimmy's down at the cow farm and ready in the semi. We're going to go purchase another load of cattle. We're actually going to get another load of milkers, but we don't really have enough money. So we're going to take out a temporary loan that we're going to pay off later once we sell some products. 32 brown Swiss costs us $37,600. We're pretty tight on money now, so best we get the flatbed attached and start selling off some of our wood products. That's all the product from this sawmill, and now we'll head over to the logistics center to sell it off. We had gone up to the castle to try to sell these, but it only took a few things. And while we were there, we picked up the concrete bags I dropped off last episode. Apparently, the gift shop needs all that product. I don't know how it fits in there. Now we're at the shop and we're going to purchase a brand new telehandler. I've been wanting to use a Manitou for a while, and this one by Hispano Modding is quite good. We're taking a 20% down payment, and we also got to purchase a silage fork so we can pick up bales and also clean out the manure. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe we should purchase a second one of those so we're not using the same one and not having to wash it all the time. I'll get the feed wagon hooked up and Jimmy will grab the bales out of the storage and start loading them into the mixer. There's about 11% left in here. We could pad that out with some more straw. Oops, I gotta figure out how to get this thing to tip out the side, not the back. Gotta do another load. I guess it could still hold some more, so we'll do another one. There we go, the trough is now full. I'll just turn the wagon around so we can easily connect to it next time we need to feed. Since we already got all the equipment running and with the telehandler now we can put the bales in super quick, we'll go spread some more bedding. Milk barn is now full and we can head over and put some into the beef stock. There we go, all the bedding's in and I can park this tractor and bale shredder away. Jimmy's waiting for me in the semi truck and we're headed off to the store. We need to have a faster solution picking up all of the fish that we're producing out on the offshore fishing platform. So we're gonna buy this skid steer and pallet fork that has straps on it. And hopefully we can pick up a bunch of those pallets and move them off of the platform onto the barge and then onto our flatbed here on the semi truck. But let's head over to the port now. Gotta be extra careful driving now that we're near the water. Don't want to put this thing in the drink. Jimmy's gonna move the fish crates and I'm gonna try to hold this barge as steady as I can. Not the smoothest operation, but we got it done. Let's head back to land. We're just gonna back the semi truck down onto the dock and use the auto load the best we can. Off to the local restaurant in the downtown area. Oh yeah, fish are definitely worth it. They take a lot of time and effort, but we made way over $600,000 from that load. Back at the farm now, and we're going to start loading up some more wood products and sell that off. Another $465,000. Now we're going to head to our big sawmill. I'm going to start with loading up prefab walls and then planks if we have some space. We're going to go to the feed and grain south sell point, which is just up the road. Pretty much $205,000 for that load. We still have some more products, so let's go back and get them. This time I'm just going to load up everything that's left in the sawmill. Back up to the same sell point. We got $347,000 from that load. Now I'm going to head back to the farm and we're going to call it a day. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one.